Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be working on the B18B again. Essentially in today's video, we are only going to be doing more cleaning. So we're going to be pulling off the intake manifold, the distributor, little pieces like that, and we're going to give it a good cleaning. We are still going to be pulling off the head and then checking the head and the block and all that stuff, but that's probably going to be left for a future video. A rebuild really entails a lot of cleaning. I haven't had time to do much work on this thing, so today we're going to be pulling off what we can and we're going to give it a good clean before we actually work on the internals. All right, we're going to start off by removing this thing. This is going to be a dashpot delete. We don't really need this dashpot. It essentially helps with idling, but we don't need it. A lot of you have deleted it and not had any issues. So it's just these two screws and then it just unclips from the throttle body. All right, next I'm going to remove the fuel rail. That's another easy piece, and the injectors. I do have B series injectors in here now, which I've traded for the DSM ones that were originally on this motor. So that would be the next step. There we go, the whole fuel rail comes out. I'll take this off. All right, the fuel rail is out. It was just held in place on these 3 points here. Now I'm going to pull out these grommets because these belong to injectors as well. Help seal it in. I'm sure a rebuild kit will come with new ones, but I'll pull these out because since we're cleaning it anyways. All right, so it looks like these grommets aren't even the same ones. They're like the DSM ones, so you can see they just fall right off. I have one that is from the B series. These actually supposed to slip on pretty tight. So as you can see, yeah, much more tight it goes on there versus these ones where it just kind of falls. So these are kind of useless to me as well. These are actually DSM injector grommets. So those kind of could go in the trash later. I don't really need them. All right, next, this is connected. These lines are connected here. So what I'm going to do is disconnect the lines for the IACV so that it is completely disconnected from the engine. All right, next we're going to remove these lines here. This is connected to the water neck in the front, and as well these need to be removed. The fast idle valves here, that's connected to your intake manifold. This intake manifold tube is connected to this water line here, so we got to remove these so the intake manifold can come out. I've already disconnected this earlier, so and that's what the fast idle valve looks like. These seals will definitely need to be replaced. I know people do adjust them by opening up this plate and twisting it in. I'll probably clean this up and then maybe do the adjustment later. Right, so I'm going to probably simplify the intake manifold lines later. So I don't really want this bracket here. It kind of looks ugly with all these things here. So I'm just going to remove them. Just two 10mm bolts here. And this comes right off. If we need it later, we'll reattach it. I don't think we need it. Probably remove this bracket as well, just to clean it up for now. Well, we need this back later because I think it holds some of the lines, but for now we could take it off. I think for the most part that's it. It's pretty free. Then all we have to do is just remove these bolts. And the intake manifold will come right off. But before we do that, I'm going to take apart the throttle body because I want to clean the throttle body on its own. So we'll pop this off. It's just 4 bolts, I think. Yep, 4 bolts all the way around, and then this comes out. And the throttle body should just pop right off, but it's probably stuck on there from all the years. There we go. All right, while we're at it, we're just going to remove the throttle cable bracket as well. Shouldn't be on here too tight anyways, but we'll put it back later. All right, so we're going to remove this IAT sensor as well because we don't want to get it all wet and damaged. Oh, I think I need a longer screwdriver. So we'll remove this, and then I'll remove this bracket, and then we're ready to just take the whole manifold off. All right, now we're ready to pull off all the bolts for the intake manifold. And there you go, intake manifold's off. And we want to really give it a good cleaning. You can look at the inside, it's all black, especially this one. All right, so now onto the distributor. There's 3 bolts that you have to remove. This one right there, and one right here. So I'm just gonna remove the distributor and then stuff paper towel in here so that it doesn't have any leaking or anything. We'll pull all the wires out as well. We'll stuff the holes up with paper towel. Distributors are already loose. So I think it's been removed before or swapped because it is definitely completely loose. There we go. All right, so this is what we've gotten so far on the engine. Everything is stripped off for the intake manifold and distributor and stuff. So that's how it looks like right now. I am still gonna strip off the valve cover and we're gonna clean the valve cover up, and then we're gonna strip the paint off actually, and we're gonna repaint it. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it on because that's not something I could work on or finish today. Here's all the parts that I've taken off. I just laid it out. I still have to go ahead and label everything, but main thing I'm going to be cleaning today is that, and probably that. I'm just going to use some super clean and scrub it down outside. All right, so I decided to clean my spark plug wires as well. As you can see, this is so much more clean versus these dirty ones. All I'm using is some Totally Awesome. All right, guys, so here's a look at all the parts. A lot of it's already been cleaned up. I cleaned the intake manifold, which is the primary piece. I really scrubbed this thing down. I even scrubbed the inside of the ports and all that, as well as put super clean inside the intake manifold and shook it out. A lot of the grease and oil actually came out, so it's super clean now. It's very, very clean. Here is the throttle body. I did clean this thing, all the carbon inside, I cleaned it all up. The one thing I noticed when I was looking at this thing is it's really gouged up over here on this corner. So I'm not sure what happened with the previous owner, but they really pried on this thing and scraped it right up. I'm guessing maybe they were trying to scrape off the old gasket or something, but it's super chewed up. So I don't think it's the gasket. Maybe it was like they jammed something in there to try to pry this off. I can't imagine the throttle body being super tight on the manifold, but maybe it is. I just hope it doesn't leak. Here's a close-up of those gouges. I also cleaned up the spark plug wires. We will be using these for the initial startup, even though I have a COP kit on my Y8 that I'll be swapping over. Here is the fuel rail. Everything is spotless on this thing. I cleaned it. Took a lot of time cleaning this thing, and I blew it out with some compressed air. So right now it's just sitting drying. I cleaned my distributor, of course. Scrubbed this thing completely. There's no oil on it. So yeah, we're gonna run the distributor. temporarily until we know it runs properly, and then we're going to modify it to swap the COP kit over. Here's the bottle, the water neck that I've cleaned as well. As you can see, super clean. And a few more pieces that I still have to clean is the injectors for sure. I'm going to be running through some carb cleaner in them and making sure that they're super clean. The IACV, and the fast idle control valve as well. Those are the last couple pieces that I need to clean. All right, to clean the IACV, same process as I showed before. We're just going to flush it out with some carb clean and some brake cleaner. So the carb cleaner will really break up all the carbon deposits inside of it. And you want to just fill it right out. Excellent, all clean now. We just need to blow it out with some compressed air later. All right, just to run a test to make sure the IACV works, we're gonna hook this up to my battery charger, and then we're just gonna see if it activates. Yep, it activates pretty well. You can actually see it actuate, and it sounds pretty strong too, which is good. This thing works. Alright guys, next up we're going to be cleaning this fast idle thermal valve. It's just going to be 2 of these bolts on the top, which I'm going to take off. You can use a flathead as well, but I'm not sure how well. It already looks like it's been taken apart before. So I'm going to scrub this thing down a little bit, and then we're going to open it up and we're going to check that plastic plate that's in there that you could back out with a flathead screwdriver. We're just going to back it all the way in so that it's tight all the way, and then we're going to put it all back. That should be good enough for this, and it should idle fine. Slide that over. Actually looks pretty clean. Looks like, so someone probably did actually clean this before. I'm just gonna leave this plate on one side so that I know how it goes, and then we're gonna twist this out. So as you can see here, you could just twist it like that. It comes out. And actually looks really clean on the inside here. So whoever had this before did definitely take this apart. All these components look definitely, it has been somewhat cleaned. I mean, there's still some carbon buildup on there, but that's from over time, I guess. All right, so we're just gonna scrub these down with some brake cleaner. There you go. That piece is nice and clean. This can go back inside. And then we're going to put a little bit of Loctite on these threads here, and then we're going to thread it all the way. So this should be more than enough. It's more like a permanent seal for these ones. There you go. Back is all the way tight now, and then we could just put the top plate back on, and that's good. Everything is cleaned on this thing. The outside's a little bit crummy looking still. I want to clean it, but I don't want to get anything inside, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. All right, last thing we're gonna clean are these injectors here. They look pretty dirty, so I'm just gonna spray it down with some brake clean on the outside, maybe give it a good scrub on the injector itself, because there's some corrosion on there. Overall, you know, we're also going to clean the inside of this later. We're just going to clean the filter, spray the inside and all that stuff. So yeah, for now, we'll just spray the outside first. And I'll give it a good scrub on here just to get out all that rust. All right, there you go. Here's a night and day difference comparison. This is one of the older ones that I haven't cleaned yet. This one's the one I cleaned. Everything is super clean now on the outside. We just need to clean the inside, which I'll do the injection cleaning thing later. You have to hook up a tube and basically pump carb cleaner through it until it sprays clean. We'll do that after, but right now it's all outside. All right, there you go. All 4 injectors are nice and clean on the outside. They look pretty much like brand new now. Now we just got to clean the inside of the injectors, which we'll have to hook it up to a hose and then pump carb cleaner through it. All right guys, so here's the setup here. There's the injector, the hose, the carb cleaner. I'm going to pump carb cleaner through it. This thing's hooked up to my battery charger right now. Once it's pressured, I'm just going to tap this and pump the carb cleaner through into here. Okay, that one's clean. Perfect. All clean. All right, so after the cleaning, this is what was inside the injectors. Look at all those floaties. I mean, the black stuff could be pieces of the hose, but then if you look at the other stuff, it's definitely just a bunch of dirt. But we got all that out. All right guys, here's all the pieces. Everything is completely clean now. I finished cleaning the injectors. They look pretty much brand new. I did give the IAT sensor a wipe down, so it looks clean, as well as the IACV. And I've kind of loosely bolted on the fast idle thermal valve onto the intake manifold already, because after cleaning it, I just wanted to get it out of the way. So everything is pretty much clean. I'm going to bolt whatever I can back onto the intake manifold, then just put it in a box, store it for the time being until I get the whole B18 thing rebuilt. All right, there you go guys. This is it for this video. We've done a lot of cleaning, which takes a lot of time. It might not be fully shown in the video, but it takes hours just to clean all this stuff. I did a good scrub down using a toothbrush and super clean, and as well as totally awesome, and using brake cleaner, carb cleaner, whole bunch of stuff that I had to use and I had to manually clean this stuff. It would be great if I had a parts cleaner, but I don't. So everything has to be done by hand. Anyways, that's it for this video guys. I hope this helps you guys out. If you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos. As always guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.